The women you admire aren't that different from you. They just have a completely different set of habits. Today we're talking about confidence, discipline, and the habits that really change your life. From former VGK dancer, Kira. Welcome back to the CEO of Me. I'm Angelica, and if you haven't been here before, welcome. I'm glad that you're here with me. This podcast is dedicated to women who are learning to be in charge of their life, their decisions, and most importantly, their future. Thank you for being here. If you ever wondered how some women look so confident, disciplined, and put together, this conversation is for you. We're talking about the habits behind confidence, the reality behind the aesthetic, and how to become the best version of yourself with Miss Kira. Hello, Kira.
Hey, girl.
Hey, I'm so happy you're here with me.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. This is so exciting because we've known each other since high school. Yes, well, I don't know when we met. What, sophomore year? I don't even know. I feel like we were just in the same like circle.
I feel like we just crossed paths so many times. We never officially was like, oh hey. It was just like, oh hey girl, like.
Yeah, and you did cheer and I did basketball. Mm-hmm. So like I was playing basketball while she was on the cute little outfits on the sidelines. The whole time I was like, oh, I want to be a cheerleader. Oh, like I want to be a cheerleader so bad. But like I said, I'm so happy you're here with me. This is going to be a fun little chat. For people who don't know you and have met you for the first time, who is Kira and what are you passionate about right now?
Oh, who is Kira?
Who
the better
is
question
Kira?
is who is Kira not?
Oh, I love that. Okay, we could do that too. We can do that vibe too.
Because I recently have just been everywhere.
Yes.
Like, if it makes me happy, if it fills my cup, best believe I will be there.
I love that. What fills your cup? What are some things that you realized that have been filling your cup?
Being with my dog.
Okay, cute.
That little just crazy girl of mine.
I love that.
She is just so happy and she just loves the little things. Like whether it's just going on her walk.
Yeah.
Like anybody who has dogs knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like just going and sniffing the flowers and just being outside makes me so happy just to see her wagging her tail and running around and trying to like pull me down the street. Like
I love that.
It's everything. And as well as like I'm just out and I'm able to clear my head.
Yeah.
So like it's kill two birds with one stone.
Yes, that's the saying.
That's literally what it is. Kill two birds with one stone.
Yes.
Because not only am I getting my exercise, she's getting her exercise.
And you clearly get your exercise, ma'am. We see it, okay?
That's how we stay sane these days.
Yes,
so
the
when
gym.
I am like upset, when I'm mad, if I can't think straight, I'm either on a run, I'm on a walk with the dog, or I'm doing Pilates, or I am having a dance break.
I love that. I love Pilates and I love a dance break. That's so fun. So who is Kira? I know that that's been your filling your cup, your doggos, but who are you? What are you doing? What's going on?
So I'm actually in a shift right now. I previously was working Airbnb, so working with hosts to make sure that their whole business operated smoothly, whether that's interacting with guests, doing cleanings because a cleaning person didn't come in on time, damage control, whatever the case may be. That's what I've been doing for the past 5 years.
Amazing.
And I've recently kind of shifted into a new position. I'm actually onboarding for... This is the first time I'm talking about it.
Ooh, you guys heard it here first. You guys heard it here first.
But I took a director of sales role.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you. And it is with St. Clair Productions.
Ooh.
So Kimberly St. Clair, she is the owner, and she is absolutely amazing.
I love that.
She is actually the Viva's coach. So the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah.
She's the Viva's coach.
Wow.
And so she's my previous coach.
Okay. I was going to say, because you worked, we'll get into the VGK, but like, so she was your coach, kind of mentor, it sounds like.
Yes. And so from there, even after my time with VGK, we still continued to work together just to talk.
Yeah.
And she told me that she was filling this position in her company. And I was basically like, if you don't have anybody, I want to do it.
I'll do it. So you're telling me she's a coach and she owns another business, a sales business. Okay.
So she's a former Rockette.
Oh my gosh. Badass. That's
She's
amazing.
Legs for days.
Of course.
Like super graceful. She's so fun. Like if you ever watch the VGK cast videos,
I haven't, but I will watch it.
In there.
Oh, stop it. So fun.
Much fun.
That's so fun. I love that you built that relationship and now you're working with her.
Yes, so
awesome.
She does event coordination. So whether it's talent, whether it's dancers, models, like she does the event setup. So whether it's a convention, whether it's a booth, whether it's a party, like that woman can literally do anything. She has a team that's amazing. She has so many connections because she's been here 30 years.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So you're selling events. What do you sell? Like, what exactly are you selling? Like events?
Yeah, so if anybody needs like from beginning start of like, oh, I want to throw a party, but don't know where or what I want, but I know I want these colors, but I know I want this vibe. Like, so essentially I would find those people and we work together to make sure that their party or their event goes off to exactly what they want.
That is so amazing because events are, I mean, they've always been big, but I feel like now, especially these experiential events, these corporations, like they're realizing people don't want to just buy the product. They want to experience the product. They want to be physically there. And that's just like the corporate side. That's not even people throwing babies' birthday parties. You know, that's like, that's only one side. Good for you. How's it going so far? Like, when do you start?
So I'm currently on the background just making sure that all my ducks are in a row, making sure that I understand the exact scope of services that she has. And of course, because she likes to work with more corporate side of things, because like you said, they understand that the experience matters, not just the price tag.
Yeah, the price tag.
So like, because you can't buy an experience.
No.
Especially because here in Vegas, like, Vegas knows how to put on a show.
Absolutely. They freaking know exactly what to do. They have the security. They have everything set up. And that's why people come here to do events, because we kill it every single time. Yeah. So that is awesome that you're in that space. I feel like that's going to open up so many doors.
I am so excited because I am just so chaotic.
Yeah, yeah. And
I just love to do everything.
That's a chaotic career.
It makes sense. Yeah. Just for my personality, the way that I just like to always be on the go. And I just love to get to know people. Yeah. Like, I just like to talk and just find out what they do, what like they enjoy. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, why not?
Yeah, why not? It's something new. It's something different. We're young. Play around, experiment. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I love that. So your Instagram bio says the process behind the aesthetic and aesthetic habits in real life. What do these phrases mean to you? You know, I was going to ask it, girl.
I know. That's kind of what's so funny. So recently I found out, I kind of tried to fight this for the longest time.
Okay.
I have a confession that I have hated the color pink for ages.
Oh my God. I get that. Pink is not for everyone, as I'm wearing pink.
That's why I'm like, I have hated it. But
that's
the older I get, like, I realize I don't hate it.
Okay.
I just hate the bright colors.
Okay.
So like the pastels.
Yes, you like the pastels, like the muted pinks.
Yes, because I can be very overwhelmed with certain bright colors. And like the prettier it is, the more I seem to be attracted to it and the more I want to engage with it. Okay. So everything that I do, I like to make it pretty. Okay. And I made my new little joke where I'm like, I'm just a girl.
Okay, I love that.
I am just a girl. I just like pretty things.
Okay, I love that. So the aesthetics, the habits behind the aesthetics, or like behind like the idea of this aesthetically pleasing life, what did that mean to you? Like, what are you putting in on the back end to say, like, you know, I'm building this not aesthetically pleasing life, but there's also work behind it. You know, like, what is that? Where did that come from?
So for me, it's more of treating myself. Like, that's how it started, was I don't have to go out to do nice things. No. I can do them for myself here at home. Like, I don't have to go to a bar to have a glass of wine. I can get my nice little glass and pour it up. Or if I just want a nice little soda water with some lime, I can put that in a wine glass and it's aesthetically pleasing. Absolutely. I just have a different vibe drinking it. And I actually got these little glasses from Marshall's that are like...
so cute.
I guess they're like a dark burgundy. But it's different than a traditional wine glass.
Ooh, that's cute. Aesthetics.
It's just finding those little things that you like to look at, because when you like to look at it, you're going to want to engage. You're going to want to do it. So whether that's you want to drink more water, you need to like the water bottle.
Make the water bottle cute. Put some bedazzle on it, whatever you need. Make it cute.
So even working out, like people hate to work out, but you want to work out when you got that new workout outfit.
Yes, I love that. Okay, so making things cute. But the process behind it is like actually caring about what you're doing and not making it just like visual.
Exactly. There's a purpose behind it. So like, yes, we like to make things pretty, but there's always a reason behind it. Yes. Because that makes it motivating. That makes it always new and fresh, and you don't get bored. Yeah. Because if there's a reason behind it that you're engaged with, it makes it very easy to follow through.
Yeah, it makes it way easier to follow through. You're more consistent. You're not just gonna like fall off because you've built this system and you like the way it looks. Like that's actually a really good point about the workout clothes, because I definitely need to step up my workout clothes game.
Everybody says the same
Yeah,
thing. And
like-
when you lay them out the night before, you want to wake up because you want to put it on.
That's so funny. Like I definitely never, I don't know. I didn't have that connection with workout clothes. Like I wear them, I go to the gym, like I put them on, like it doesn't matter. But I think maybe if I start setting them, making them cute. I mean, I love going to the gym anyways. Like I think that works for people who have a struggle going to the gym, obviously. Like if you need to make it look cute, that'll help you go. But I love going. It, like we were talking about, it's a high. It's a high. I need to relax. It's the therapy before the therapy, you know?
And it's that thing, it's, again, two birds with one stone. Because
Absolutely.
not only do you feel better
Yes.
because your muscles and everything, like, you look better.
Yeah.
So naturally your confidence will increase because you know that you're putting in the time to take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
And so in turn, you not only look better, you feel better, and you give off a whole different presence with
You
it.
really do. It's a whole vibe that your whole energy is different. That's so true. That's so true. Was there a specific moment when you realized you wanted to intentionally become a different version of yourself? What was like that? What was it like before that shift?
Oh, I might get a little emotional.
That's okay, girl.
You're about to
we
do
got
it
some
to
tissue,
me.
girl. Don't worry about it. Take it there. Take it there.
So essentially, I'm a big sister. I've always been the person to take care of everybody.
Are you actually a big sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually am.
Okay.
I have 3 younger sisters.
Aw, that's so cute. I love
I've
that.
always been the older sister.
Okay.
So I've always been the one to take care of my younger siblings.
Mm-hmm.
And then for a while, it was just me and my mom. So we just naturally took care of each other.
Right.
So I grew up always wanting to make sure everybody around me was okay.
Totally.
And then the older I got, the more I got out of school and the more I had to like be an adult,
Yeah.
I realized I can't take care of everybody if I can't take care of myself.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, the whole, like when you're on an airplane and they're like, when the little air thing drops
Yeah.
down, you don't put it on your kid first
You put it
because
on
you
yourself.
might pass out trying to just put it on your child
Right.
first. You have to put it on yourself first before you can pass it along.
Absolutely.
And so it really made me stop and think because there was some periods where I looked in the mirror and I didn't even recognize myself.
Yes, I feel that.
Like I'm doing things and I'm like, well, I don't even like to do that. Why am I doing it?
Yeah, you're just doing things because of the motions. You're just like a robot. You're just like a robot. You're
The
just
expectation,
the
of
expectation.
society, of
Yes.
your friends, of your family,
Yeah.
what everybody else thinks you're supposed to do because they think they know you and they know them, like they know you to their best ability.
to their best ability, or they knew a version of you.
Exactly.
They knew you when you were an adolescent or when you were in high school, and like then you go into college, and sometimes your family, your friends, your parents are just like, "Who are you?" And you're like, "I'm the same person, but I'm different. I've changed."
Exactly. Like something happened
Yeah.
or an event, like a friendship didn't happen anymore. You lost a friend, you lost a family member. Like
Yeah.
there are certain things that happen in your life and you're like, wait, like it makes you rethink everything.
Everything, yeah.
Like I'm not actually happy. Like if today was my last day, like I don't know if I'd actually be good. Like
Yeah.
so that's kind of what made me stop and really think about why am I here? What am I really doing?
Yeah.
Because I don't feel good. So if I don't feel good, how am I expecting to take care of my sisters, my family, like my friends around me?
Absolutely.
So I had to just stop hearing everyone else. I had to really focus on what does Kira want?
Right.
Like not what does my mom want? Not
Right.
what does my sister what
Right.
does my boss want? It's what does Kira want? What makes Kira happy?
Yeah.
What makes Kira the best version of herself so she can show up better for other people?
Absolutely. So looking in the mirror, when you did have that realization and you looked in the mirror, like what were some things that came up? Like what were some feelings or some emotions or some revelations that you had? Because I've realized the more you look within, like things just come up, like things spark, the light bulbs go off in certain parts of your brain. And you're like, oh my God, because you're reflecting and looking. So what are some things that you felt like came up when you looked in the mirror and you're like, this is not the Kira that I think that I am or I want to be?
I stopped feeling confident in my own skin.
You stopped.
So I knew I liked to do certain things and I had stopped them. So I no longer felt comfortable. Like there was a time where I stopped dancing and I just didn't know what to do because I've moved and I've always been in a sport. I've always done something for my entire life. So once that stopped, I'm like, wait, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
So getting back to that and just like seeing myself and not liking how, not only my weight, because like I gained more weight because I
Right.
wasn't comfortable in my body. So then I naturally would shrink. Like I'd want to not be seen by other people.
Right.
And that is very much not my personality. Like people have told me since I could remember that like I am just an outgoing person.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
are.
I'm just fun and
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yes,
and
for sure.
I started caring more than not caring. And so looking at myself in the mirror, I could see the effects that it was starting to physically weigh on me.
Yeah. And it comes out. It doesn't matter how much people say, like, everything's inside of you. It's going to stay in there, like, bundle it down or, like, package it up and, like, put it away. It's going to come out. And it's going to come out in one way or another. And I feel like the physical side shows first. Like, you start seeing your weight, your skin, your hair, all of the things that you used to really obsess over, maybe, you no longer care about. So that's really interesting that you had that revelation and looking in the mirror and like, especially after, it's kind of like when people stop playing football or they don't get that D1 scholarship, whatever, and like that massive transition of like being like, oh, what am I going to do? And realizing that you're not just a dancer. Like you're more than that. That was just one little incredible part of your life, but you're so much more than that. And I had to have that with basketball. I was walked onto UNR's team and I ended up not making the team. And I was like, oh my God, I came all the way up here for this, like, and I'm not gonna play basketball. Like, this is crazy. So that year, it was a mess because I was just like, I don't even know what my identity is like now. You know, like, who am I without basketball?
And it's like, how do you find her again?
How do you find her?
That's like the hardest part is
Yes.
like, how do I find her again?
Yes.
Because you've lost yourself.
Yep.
And if you've never had to refine
And we
and
haven't had
rediscover-
to. We were
so it's
young.
like,
Yeah.
What?
What? What does that mean? How do I? Is there a book? Is there a book I can read on how to find her again? Like I don't even know. But it's all self work. It's all work.
And it's really common among athletes.
Absolutely.
Because I had worked with a sports agent, and even just talking to like him and even some of the athletes he worked with, like seeing that transition, athletes have a very hard time with that.
Absolutely.
Once they have to literally come to terms
Absolutely.
that part of their life is possibly over, and
Yep.
sometimes people can't let go.
No, they can't let go. They can't let go. We hear all of the stories of people that slide into addictions or, you know, get into the system and all these horrific things because they literally cannot understand who they are without it. And I think, of course, that's a whole nother thing with education and sports and like getting these athletes ready for the day that's gonna come, possibly that like this may not be a part of your life, and you're
it
just
will
gonna
come.
be. It's gonna come
Like,
for most athletes.
unfortunately,
For most,
It will
yes.
always come. It's just when.
When
will
you're
it
right,
come?
because every athlete, even if they make it to an NFL, like there's some point
There's
that
a
they're gonna be
time.
done. There's a done. You're right. That is a part of it. So let's talk. We're talking about athletes and dance. Let's talk about your journey after high school. You were a dancer for UNLV, right?
For UNR.
UNR, okay, you were dancing for
Yes.
UNR, and then talk about that experience after UNR to VGK, which is insane to be a Vegas Golden Knight dancer. And I think weren't you a dancer when they won the? No, it was
I was a season after.
season after. Okay, okay, talk about
I
that.
missed it.
You missed it. That's okay. You were still there at the right time. Talk about your journey after UNR to becoming a VGK dancer.
So I didn't see myself making it past collegiate. Like I thought that was it. That's why I got my tattoos, because I'm like, oop, this is it.
Yeah, we're done.
like, about to just go and just, I guess, join the workforce, do the thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I think I just want to try out for a team just to see what
Yeah.
it's like. Just because I'm like, I was already in shape. Why not see what the process is?
Right.
And I auditioned for the Golden State Warriors.
Oh,
And that one-
That is
Ooh.
insane. I
Oh.
can't even imagine what the process was for that. Holy crap.
It wasn't as crazy as I thought, but like I said, luckily I was in shape.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was already used to that high intensity, high cardio dancing.
Yeah.
But the more but the more taxing part for me was the technical dance, like the jazz, because I really wasn't technically trained. I kind of trained myself, and I
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
just went to classes.
I love that.
So-
Self-taught.
Girl, self-taught to
I
the
love
max.
that. That's amazing.
I also just don't know how to give up.
Yes, that is the key. Don't give up. Keep trying.
So
Keep
I just
trying.
love to just keep putting myself through.
I love that.
things.
I love that.
But because I didn't make the Warriors, but again,
That's okay.
I really did it just for the experience. And I just took the time off, tried to get a job, tried to do all the things. And then I realized kind of how we were talking, when you finish and you're like, I'm missing something. Like, something's not really there.
Yeah.
And especially because I wasn't able to get a job in my field that I originally got my degree for.
Yeah, that's
so
even more
that
confusing.
just makes it even better.
Yeah.
And then it kind of got to the point I had spent some time just auditioning again, because I had auditioned for the Texans a couple years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was just like dabbling just a little bit of everywhere.
That's
tried
awesome.
NFL, tried NBA. So I was like, why not? And then someone told me, they're like, you should really try out for the Knights. And I was like, nah, like I'm not really sure about hockey like that. I haven't gotten on that like train yet.
Yeah, like what is hockey?
And I
What?
like to actually like what I cheer for. I'm
Yeah.
not one of those that just jumps on just cause.
Right. You want to care about who you're cheering for.
Yes, because
Yes.
it makes it easier to show up.
Totally.
So, in a fun fact, that was actually the year they did.
Oh my God, that's the year you
told
said
me
no?
to was the year that they actually
Oh my
won.
God, when they won the championships, you could have been on the
Yes,
side.
and I was like, leave it to me and my bright ideas.
Yes. Say no to hockey because I didn't know what hockey was.
So naturally, since they won, I became more intrigued.
Of course.
And I ended up auditioning that following year. And
What was
made
the
team.
process like? What was the auditioning process like?
Ooh, it is not for the weak. We'll say that.
Tell me.
Because
I'm
it is
curious.
a 3-day process.
Oh my gosh.
Of just strict dancing, movement, all the things.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so the process has changed a little bit because this was 4 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And every year they change the process a little bit just because every year the team gets better.
Right.
And so that year it was I believe, showed up and we learned the first half of a dance for the first day. And then they did a cut on that first
How
day.
many girls were there? Can you get an estimate of how many girls showed up?
I would say that year was probably like 150.
Oof.
150, 200.
Where was it at? Was it at the stadium?
No, it's at it was at the Cosmo.
Very cool. Okay, 150 girls. Were there a lot that looked like you or no?
I mean, yes and no.
Okay.
Because it was a good variety.
Okay, that's good. I
So,
love that.
and then a lot of people travel from across the nation to come to these. So
Mm-hmm.
I was meeting girls that I also met at Raiderette auditions.
Very cool.
People who audition for pro cheer teams, usually we know each other. Just
Right.
because we go to so many different auditions, we go to class. And when you try out for the same teams, you naturally just get along.
Yeah.
And I actually know this girl who I auditioned for the Raiderettes with.
Wow.
She ended up making the Patriots. And she's been on the
Nice.
Patriots ever since.
Good for, oh my God, that is so sick. Good for her. Wow,
Dude,
that's
and
incredible. That's
talk
incredible.
about an amazing story. That woman, she auditioned for teams 8 years before she actually made it on a team.
Oh my goodness. It's like that?
Because
Whew.
even my break after Reno to VGK, I had about like an 8-year gap in between.
Just auditioning, going to NFL, NBA, all the teams.
I stopped for some years in between.
Right.
But I started back up like 1 year before I auditioned
Yeah.
for the Knights.
Wow.
So I was in my late 20s.
Wow. In the dancer world, is that young, old? Like, what does that mean?
Old.
That's old? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
It is actually very old.
Oh, it's senior citizen.
That's why I joke. I'm like, I'm grandma on the team, guys. It's
Oh,
fine.
That's wild. Oh my God. I would have never thought that. Okay, so
Yes.
they want you young. Okay, that makes sense. So 3 days. First day is you learn one half of a dance routine and then they cut however many
Yes.
women.
And then the next day you come back, you do some across the floor work, and then you learn
Wow.
the other half of that first dance. And then
Ooh.
you go and do it in front of the judges. You get a break, and then you learn another half of a dance.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And I believe second day is also workout day. So you also do a workout in the middle of all this.
Oh my goodness. A long day. That's a long day.
And mind you, you're already hurting from the first day.
Of the yesterday. You're hurting.
Because this is day 2, and you still got day 3.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Because there's 2 cuts before they actually announce the team.
Of course.
So each day is a cut, and so you essentially learn 3 dances over a course of 3 days.
Oof. Goodness. The memory. Got to be sharp. You gotta have some sharp memory. Whew, that's impressive.
The memory, just adapting to the situation,
Yep.
because they don't expect perfection.
No.
Like, they know that you're nervous. They know that especially now, the women are amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the dance the technique, the personalities, just
Yeah.
the looks. Everybody is amazing.
Yeah, they are.
And everybody is different.
They are. It's very diverse, and I love that.
I just love meeting people at auditions. And
Yeah.
like that's part of the process is auditions can be very intimidating.
Of course.
So when you actually talk to other women and you take classes together,
Yes.
you just feel more comfortable. And then even if you don't make the team, there's other women that didn't make it either.
Absolutely. You're in this together. It's a little community. It's a community of women that are all going towards the same goal. And even if someone gets there before you or whatever, like you're still cheering them on. Like it's beautiful. I think that's a really
Yes.
incredible part of the dance community is that you guys are all in it together.
Yeah, especially during my course. Since,
Yeah.
like I said, I am grandma.
Yeah.
So I naturally would just like care about everybody a
Yeah.
little bit
And your
more.
big sister.
I
And
am
your
a
big sister.
So just all those things put together, I just
Yeah.
naturally am like, oh, everybody, come on. And so like even through my process, because like I was going through just a lot of work changes, personal changes, life changes, like the whole dance community was very, very welcoming.
Yeah.
Especially when I like transition teams, like everybody's amazing.
Yeah.
Like coaches, studios,
I love
just
that.
women who audition. Like I know a girl who, my rookie season, that audition, I met a girl in that audition and I still talk to her to this day. She's
Amazing.
about to start an adult ballet company.
Beautiful. That is so cool. That is so incredible. And that's the beauty of being in those rooms and like trying out and doing those things because who knows who you're going to meet.
Exactly.
That is so awesome. So you made the team and you were on the team for a year.
Yes,
a year.
one season.
How was the practice? I mean, VGK plays a lot of games. They play a ton of games. They're almost close to baseball. I feel like they have like a ton of games. So were you at every game? Like, what was that like?
So since there are so many games, the organization understands it's a lot,
Yeah.
especially because technically it is a part-time position, and they
Right.
say it is the most full part-time job you will ever have. In your entire
Full
life.
part-time. I'm sure because you guys have practices, you have games, and then you guys have outings that you guys do. You guys do like little outings at kids' schools and things like that. Like,
Yes, it is definitely a full schedule. The only question is how much spare time you got.
yeah, no, exactly. So you were working full-time while you were doing this? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So most of the women who are on pro teams, they either have a full-time job or they're a full-time student.
Okay.
This is not the full-time job for everybody. Like you might be a professional dancer and do shows outside of it, but for the most part, you have a full-time job and then you have your professional cheer job.
Very cool. That's so cool. So how many games did you dance for? Do you remember?
Girl, I couldn't tell you.
A lot. I mean, I remember seeing you on the screen, girl. I
there
remember
was a
seeing you
lot.
on the screen. I'm like, oh my God, there she is at another freaking game. I'm like, oh, girl. And the outfits were so cute.
Oh,
So cute. I love them. Did you guys keep it?
no, we don't keep them. I wish.
I wish
You
too.
kidding?
They're so cute.
They knew that would be bad because like I'd be just wearing it because they're
Yeah,
so cute.
yeah, they're
like-
so cute. What a time in your life, right? Like that had to be like a very, very memorable learning experience. I mean, discipline. You have to be very disciplined. I mean, because I'm sure being a dancer for a massive team, you can't move a lot of different ways. You know what I mean? You got to keep your reputation tight because you're representing VGK. How was that during that process? Did they have talks with you girls about like, hey, you know, you're representing the team, like make sure you X, Y, and Z, whatever. Like, was that a part of the conversation?
So like any job, you get training.
Yeah.
So like naturally, because we are the face, or excuse me, one of the faces, because
yeah.
there's multiple teams on the entertainment aspect of
Uh-huh.
VGK. So we did get like, remember, you are a part of this organization.
Yep.
This is a hometown team, just like that kind of stuff. But luckily, I already had a ton of training before that. 'Cause
Obviously, yeah.
all of my coaches up until that point, that's the exact mindset they had. So for me, that was like second nature.
It was, yeah, that was a no-brainer for you. No-brainer. So now you're with the Desert Dog Vixens. Talk about that. Are you still with them?
So I did one season with them, and I
Okay.
took the last year off.
Okay, how
just
was
from
that
dance
transition?
period.
Okay, I can't wait to talk about that. So, Desert Dog Vixens, what was that transition into getting into that? Was that you trying again to be like, okay, I love dance, I want to be a part of a dance team, and so you just tried it out, or like what was that process of getting on that team?
So every audition, every team has the audition pretty much the same way, where
Right.
it's like the intro round and then like semifinals and then finals. So there might be like a round or two in
Yeah.
there, but for the most part, it's the same thing. And then every team has an audition as well, or excuse me, an interview
Okay.
as well. So it's the same thing, but it's not as long. So with Desert Dogs, it was a little bit longer. It was more virtual when I had did it. So like you did the first round where you send in the video, and then from there you went in, and then you kind of went from there. You
Beautiful.
get the interviews, you make it, and you basically find out that day at finals if you
Very
make
cool.
it or not.
Okay, that's so awesome. What is the Desert Dogs is, what team is that? What team are you dancing for?
It's lacrosse.
Lacrosse, so fun. Okay, girl, you're going all over the world. I love that. That's so fun. Lacrosse is huge too.
It is.
It's
a
huge.
Party.
It's a party.
It is a party in there.
Absolutely.
Like loud music, always going, and like, have you ever seen the clips from those
Yes,
games?
I have. I've seen them on Facebook, of course. Insane.
And that's why I'm like, Vegas, just in general, all of the sports teams,
We do it
we
big.
understand that this is Vegas.
Yeah, we understand the mission.
Everybody knows you're gonna have some
You're
fun.
going to have some fun. Absolutely. What has dance taught you about discipline and showing up for yourself?
It has shown me that even when I think my body isn't keeping up, it will.
It will. It is.
Like it will, and it is all about mindset. But for me, I'm also very team oriented, and I'm
too.
like, I am not about to be the one person that makes this whole dance look off.
Yeah, no, I love being on a team. That was my favorite part of basketball, was being on a team. I loved projects going in high school and in college. I loved group projects. I was like, are you kidding? I don't do all this by myself. Delegate.
It's that little bit of accountability you
Yes.
didn't even know you needed.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love that. So you love a team sport too. So dancing was perfect for you.
I just love the sports and the community behind both sides of it. Because it's like the dance side of it, but then the actual organization and the sport and the fans as well.
I love that. So what kind of discipline things that you have learned, let's say post-college, because college we're still learning about discipline and responsibility. What has dance taught you post-college about your own discipline and your techniques and like how you stay disciplined, I guess?
I'm still learning this
I know, aren't we all? Aren't we all? We're still learning.
Because rest is not a punishment.
No, it's not. No,
and
it's not.
I am the queen of go, 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 go. Don't slow down. Like, I can't even let my mind wander, or excuse me, rest to watch a movie.
yes.
That's why those walks with my dog are so important for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like,
It forces you.
yes. So I'm like, it's fine. We're good. But
I love that. So now you know rest is not punishment. Or rest is not punishment.
it is not punishment, but my eyelash.
That was
I'm
crazy.
like,
It got
it
stuck on the
keeps,
bottom.
like,
It just
getting
got stuck
so
on
I'm
the
like-
bottom.
I'm like, if I look like a crazy person, my bad.
No, you're good.
But it's not a punishment, and I need to remember to actually do it and to make sure my body gets the rest it needs. And scheduling that out sometimes just needs to happen because I am also a sprinter. I don't do marathons. I should because you can last longer.
Yes, absolutely.
But like I said, since I'm go, go, go,
She's a sprinter.
I just love to punish myself.
Yeah, I love that. Okay.
So I'm like, rest and taking care of myself and making sure my needs are handled, whether that's a roof over my head, like food in my belly, water, lipstick on, like chapstick, whatever the case may be, making sure that I take the time to schedule and to slow down, not just take care of everybody else and to just keep moving and going, because that's also where everything just seems to fall apart.
Yeah.
Because when you don't slow down, you're always in a state of just like go, 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 go.
Survival
go, go, go.
almost. Yeah.
And then everybody feels that, and then it's just like tense, nervous
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah. Chaotic energy.
Because when I was in my most chaotic, my house was a mess.
Yeah.
I was a mess. The dog was a mess.
Everything is a mess. It's like the way one thing is, it typically shows up in every other part of your life. So if your body, your home is a mess, work is going to be a mess, your dog's going to be, everything's going to be a mess. And then you run yourself into a wall, and then you're like, why did I do that? All I had to do was sleep and drink water.
Or clean my house.
And
Or make
clean
sure
my
that
house.
my dishes are actually clean so I can cook this meal so I can eat this food.
Exactly. Yes. So that kind of stuff, making sure those things are done so you don't have to worry or and stress. And that's what I've learned. Like the more that I am proactive in getting things done when I know they need to get done, instead of pushing it off, my week, everything just runs so much smoother because I'm not always playing catch up. I'm not trying to catch up and like get food when I know I should have food made already at home, trying to find places to get food that's healthy, that stays in my calorie intake, all of that stuff. And it becomes stressful, and it's like unnecessary stress that you put yourself through when all you have to do is just do it the first time.
I kind of had this new rule because I think I read it in a book. I honestly can't remember where it came from.
That's okay.
But it basically said if it takes less than 5 minutes, just do it. And it saved me so much time.
So much time. Because a lot of things don't take that
time.
long. I think a lot of times we put the pressure on ourselves and think it's going to take longer than what it takes. And some things obviously take longer, but like a lot of things like putting things back or washing the dishes, refilling the dishwasher, it does not take that long.
Or even just putting the cup from the table to the dishwasher or into the sink.
Yes.
Or just that small just transfer so that when you're ready, all the dishes are already in the sink. You just boom, 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 done.
Yep. Easy. That's the smartest way to do it, because I feel like back then when I was like in that grind, I used to be the same way. Like I felt like rest was a privilege and like sleeping was a privilege. I should only sleep when I got all this stuff done.
Yes.
And that's insane. That's actually so insane. And I feel like back in the day, wake up at 5 a.m. or there are a lot of people that had that mindset, like wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, start your day, don't sleep, stay up all night, all this. And like, I bought that. I truly bought it. And I was like, okay, no sleep for me then. I'm going to stay up to 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. But then you realize you're burning both ends of the candle and you can't show up the way you want to the next day. And sleep is cute. Sleep is cute.
I mean, girl, not having them like bags under your asses.
Yes. We need sleep. Our body needs to sleep. Beauty sleep is the thing. Our body needs to like restart. Sleep is important. 8 hours.
The figure too.
It helps with the figure.
I had to learn that the hard way.
Yes, it's so true. It totally helps with your figure. Oh my God, your muscles, your skin,
everything needs the time just to relax, to rejuvenate, just to like your stomach, everything.
Yes. That's a good lesson. I'm glad you learned that. I'm glad we learned that because I learned that too. And now I get my 7-8 hours. I have a 11 o'clock. That's what time I'm going to bed every single night. Everything's turning off at 11 o'clock. I don't care if I'm done. It doesn't matter. I'm going to bed.
Routines for me have been my best friend.
Yes.
Routines and color coding.
Yes, routines. I love color coding. So you have a calendar with markers, or you have a physical like a whiteboard?
Girl, I got too many things.
I love that. Color coding
I have
is
calendars. I have highlighters. I have different colored pens. I have everything.
I love that. I love that. That's the aesthetic. That's your whole brand now. Make things look cute and stay organized. I think that's so cute. I used to love planners and the color coding them with all the pins and the markers and the glitter.
Because they taught us to learn it in elementary school. And when I came to that epiphany, I'm like, that's why I have thousands of notebooks and thousands of gel pens and like a million markers.
Yes.
Because in elementary school, they made us highlight. They
sure
made
did.
us do the things. You
Organize
had to have
things.
the parent signature.
Yep.
You had to have the different colored pen.
Yep.
So now, like, at least my brain is so structured to the different colors. And remember, my mom was a teacher. So I was always in that environment.
That is incredible. I think the routine plus the color coding and the organization, I bet that keeps you in tip-top everything. Shape, all the things. You are like organized. You know what's happening, when it's happening, all of that. And I think that that's what makes our lives, anyone's life, so much more successful when you organize it the way you want it to be.
And one does not work
for everyone.
For everybody.
It does not work. You have to find what works for you. What works for me is I put everything on my calendar and I set an alarm. So I have an alarm for the gym. I have an alarm for taking a shower, which sounds crazy, but that's just what I have to do. I have an alarm for, I know.
I'm like, it's not
crazy, but okay, good.
I have an alarm for brushing my teeth
sometimes. Okay, I love that. Sometimes you gotta physically see it and you need an alarm. So
especially when it's coming to bed, like how you said you go to bed at 11. So like mine will be like, wind down, brush your teeth. I'm like, yes, you're right.
I love that. And with these phones now, they have the bedtime setting that you can your phone will get darker. It'll turn off the do not disturb. Oh, I love the do not disturb.
Everybody knows my phone's always on work mode.
It is. I saw that. I was like, at 6 o'clock p.m. Dang, but I love that. That mine goes on at 9 p.m. It is a do not disturb. If you are not family, close friends, you're not getting through. And I think that helped me. That really helped me stay focused, not stay up super late, and not like doom scroll at 9 o'clock at night and go to bed. Because I think a lot of people don't realize what you put into your system right before you go to bed really affects your thought processes in the middle of the night. And then you wake up and you have that same thought process. As soon as you wake up, people start doom scrolling. I'm like, you're starting your day looking at other people's lives, comparing. Naturally, we compare.
Yes.
And like, it's sick. It's not good for us.
That is part of why I hate to say this.
Say it.
This is a topic I feel like some people hate.
Say it.
The younger generation.
Yes.
Sorry, y'all.
Say it, girl.
Y'all
it's okay.
don't know how to hold a conversation.
No, they don't.
And because TikTok, Instagram, Reels,
all of it.
Pinterest, you could just scroll and you don't need to stay on anything.
No, 3-second videos. There's literally 3-second reels that people are creating, and that is the attention span that they have.
So naturally, like, everybody's brain is going shorter and shorter time span. So processing and actually thinking for yourself
doesn't exist.
It no longer exists.
Not for the younger generation, at least. Thank God we got past that. We were right there.
Even some of the older generations starting to fall for the trap.
That's true. They are. No, that is a true thing. It's scary out there. It's scary out there. Okay, so a lot of people think successful people are simply more motivated. How do you stay consistent when you don't feel like doing the work?
I think about how I feel when I don't show up for myself. And it does not feel good.
Feels icky.
And plus too, like I said, I'm a grandma.
Yeah.
And when my body start creaking a little bit
you've been down, you're like,
I'm like, I didn't do my workout for the past 2 days.
Yeah, I didn't stretch. I did not stretch this morning. You feel it.
Yeah, so I'm like, the older you get, and my mom used to say this, they're like, the older you get, I'm like, okay, yeah, the older I get, okay.
Sure.
And here I am, early 30s, and I'm like, oh yeah, the older you get.
The older you get, they were right.
Yes, so I'm like, if I don't go for a walk, if I don't move, if I don't stretch, like, I can feel it. So it's like, if I don't work out that day, I need to do something the next day.
Yeah.
So whether it's going for a walk with the dog, whether it's Pilates, whether it's a dance class, like, I know just for myself and for even my mental health and sanity.
Absolutely, same mental.
I need to do something at least every other day.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, and plus, if you go longer than 2 days without doing something, the likelihood of you picking it back up is like non-existent.
It's non-existent. I completely agree with you. That feeling of saying you're going to do something, knowing you're going to do it, and let's say you had a really consistent 3-4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever, and then you miss it that 1 week, and even though in hindsight 1 week is not going to throw you off, but you feel so upset at yourself because you're like, I have been doing so good, and that feeling of messing up and then that whole week being messed up, you're just like, what was I thinking? I did not have to go out that day. I didn't have to do this. I didn't have to go to the pool. I didn't have to go to freaking Dre's, whatever it is. Like,
and then you are recovering.
Yeah,
so it takes even longer to figure it out. And I'm like, oh god.
Yep.
Like, but I told myself I was gonna get up at 6 a.m. and here I am.
Here I am
on 4 hours of sleep. But hey, coffee's great.
That coffee's great. Yeah, literally. And I think that that's where a lot of motivation and discipline comes from that a lot of people don't see, because of course social media is not going to show you that side, but a lot of people don't see is that just because we're disciplined, we're motivated, it doesn't mean we don't fall off either. Like, I just fell off this weekend. Like,
I fell off this morning.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, I just worked a convention for the past 3 days. And I'm like, today I can finally lay here. I'm just going to lay here.
Not going to the gym. But then it's also that balance of being like, it's okay to rest. It's okay to rest. That's okay. It's not a big deal. You work 3 days for a convention. But like, I went out, I went out Friday night for Metro Boomin. And that's my excuse. You know, I'm like, I've always wanted to see Metro Boomin. I've never been to Live nightclub. I've never been. So that was my excuse. I was like, I'm going. Like, I haven't been. I love Metro Boomin. Like, this is going to be fun. Whole next day, Saturday, hungover AF. So hungover, spent hundreds of dollars because I was eating all day Saturday because I was hungover. Took Ubers on Friday. Sunday, went to the pool all day. Didn't do my meal prep. Didn't do all the things I was supposed to do. And I'm like, what is this? Like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And so that feeling that I felt this morning at the gym of being like, icky. It's just like, I didn't have to do that. The opportunity cost of everything. Every dollar matters. Every dollar you spend matters. What your time matters. Everything matters right now when we're building. So like spending that time, I was like, I spent $200 on Ubers. I could have put that in my business. Like, I could have bought 10 extra bundles with that $200.
But
you know,
think
like
about it, even then, you took time for yourself.
I did.
So, like, even though you're like, oh, okay, I'm really hungover and I need a Gatorade and oh, dear God, so I don't want to do things, you took the time for yourself.
I took it.
So, like, that's the other thing that I know I also have a struggle with.
Yeah.
Slowing down and just hanging out. Going to happy hour with your friends or just chilling in your room and reading a book.
Yeah.
Whether it's going out and getting too drunk, whatever the case, safely. But
safely.
like,
Exactly, safely.
Either
and that's
way.
what I told myself. Like, I paid for an Uber. I'm happy about that. I didn't drive. That's great. I love that. But it's the balance. I always say there's not really a balance, but it's like finding one time a weekend to go out. 1 month, I mean. 1 weekend a month. And leaving it at that. And then I won't beat myself up about it because I have allocated that time, that money for that weekend instead of just being like, yes. Because I feel like a lot of discipline, you got to say no.
And it's so hard.
It's hard.
It is so hard. Because it's like, I feel
so much going on.
like if someone is taking the time and if they care to ask me.
I know,
I'm
to
like,
invite
oh
me.
my gosh,
I know,
I can't say no. Like,
I know. I'm like, I haven't, especially when you haven't seen them in so long. You're like, oh my God, I haven't seen them in months. Like,
because you've been
I feel
working.
obligated because I've been working. So I feel bad. And then I'm like, okay, I have to say yes. Like, I have to say yes. But in reality, you have to say no because my
they
future.
Didn't get that project done because
they didn't get that project.
Because
I didn't
you
post
planned
that,
on doing that project, but they asked you to do the thing.
Yeah, and I didn't post that YouTube video. And my future is at stake. Our future is at stake by saying yes. All you do is say no, and hopefully they'll understand. But they say it's lonely at the top, so maybe that's the point. Maybe everyone loses friends on the way up. I don't freaking know, but I don't want to.
You know what? I'm about to put. Do you read?
Yes, I love reading.
Have you heard of the book Who Moved My Cheese?
No.
Oh, I need you to read it. Honey.
Okay, girl.
And it
I
is
love
short,
that.
short, quick.
Okay, Who Moved My
Cheese?
Cheese?
It's a fable, I guess technically.
Okay.
But the reasoning behind it and the whole like premise of that book. It is a priceless lesson.
Okay.
Someone told me to read it, and it's kind of random. This random girl stopped me in Target.
Wow.
And she just asked me a question, and she engaged in a conversation with me. And she's like, people don't usually stop and have a conversation these days. She's like, especially if you don't know someone, especially in Target, like of all places.
Totally.
And so she told me about this group that she was like a part of, and she recommended like me reading the book.
Amazing.
Because we were talking about business, because she owned a business, like other things. And she recommended that book, Who Moved My Cheese. I read it and I was like, everybody needs to read this, especially business owners.
Okay.
Business owner, people who are growing, people who like need a change.
Okay.
People who take care of everybody.
Okay.
Like, that book literally changed so much for me.
Okay, I'm gonna get it. I have Audible, so I'll get it.
I need to just get 5 copies and just start handing
them out like that lady
like,
did.
pay it forward.
Yeah,
just
pay it forward. That's so good. Okay, thank you for the recommendation. I'm definitely gonna read that. That sounds very interesting. What are the concepts? Like, what's the main point?
It essentially tells you, like, it's the concept of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And it goes a little bit more in depth. I don't want to give it away.
Yes, don't give it away.
But that's essentially what it is. Like, you can lead a horse to the water, but, like, you can't make him literally put the water in his body. You can
so
only
deep.
do so much.
That's so deep. Wow, I love that.
And you'll drag yourself down trying to get them to do the thing, and you're wasting your time,
and
you're
they
wasting
don't.
your energy, and they just are probably going to get mad at you. Mm-hmm. So then now you're even more mad.
You're even more mad. Yeah, because you tried to lead this horse to the water, and he didn't even drink the water. He just stood there and looked at it.
And next thing you know, you guys are fighting, and now the whole friendship or whatever is just like...
That's deep. I love that. Okay, I love that. I'm going to read that. I love reading, so...
Oh, girl.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love that. Okay, so what's something most people assume about confident women that isn't actually true? Because you exude confidence. So, like, what do you think people think about confident women that's just not true?
I heard this, and it hit home. Confident women do not have it figured out.
No, that's so true. That is so true. We
9
don't.
times out of 10, I am figuring it out as I go.
As I go, 100%, we don't have it figured out. And I think that is the impression that just because you walk a certain way, you dress a certain way, you look like you have it all together, that you have it all together. But there's things that are in the background that are literally on the verge of breaking. It's on the edge of the corner. It's about to fall off the freaking shelf. Like that's what it's like.
Like, I'll even give you a fun little fact. Like, right now, you would not guess that I have to run home after this and buy my dog food because she has no dog food.
See? That's
But
just
I
like
literally
that.
looked in the fridge before I left, and I was like, "Ooh, babe, I'm so sorry."
Yeah, it's running low. It's running low.
I'm like,
Ooh.
I'm gonna give you this now, and then I'll give you the second part
Yes,
later.
yes. Has that happened to you in your past or even now where, I mean, of course, Instagram shows a completely different view, but if people in your real life, like, do they ask you, like, how are you so confident? Or, like, how do you keep going? Like, is that something that people see in you? I'm sure they do because I've seen it, but, like, how do you answer that?
I just say I'm confident in what I bring to the table. I'm confident in my abilities.
Yeah.
And even if I don't know the answer, even if I really am just going with the flow, I say I don't know.
Yeah.
I will be very honest, and I will no longer try to make it seem like I know what I'm doing. Like, because that just reads fake. And
Yeah.
I love to be an authentic person.
I agree.
So if I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like, literally at this convention, this guy was like, "Hey, can you help me find the thing?" I said, "Honestly, I don't want to make you go in the wrong direction." And he's like, "But don't you like know?" And I'm like, "I don't want to make you go in the wrong direction.
Yeah,
so like
I
if you
don't
would
know.
like me to help you, I cannot promise I will send you the right way. But if you still want me to," and he's like, "Yeah, still help me." And I'm like,
Perfect.
"Okay,
Let's do this. We're in
like,
this together. We're in this
so
together.
like communicating
Communicating is everything.
also is very good with confidence because the more that you talk to people, the more you interact, the more comfortable you are around people.
Yeah.
Like the more you're in front of the camera. So that's the thing is people don't realize that confidence is learned. It's practiced. It's not something you just wake up one day and you're like, "Hey, I'm confident. Like this is me." Like
Yeah, especially if
No.
you weren't raised that way. I think a lot of it is programmed or unprogrammed. Like some people weren't raised to be confident. Some people weren't raised to see themselves in a positive light or to say that they're beautiful or say that they're strong and say all these amazing things about themselves growing up. So like you find yourself getting older and you're like, wait, how do I find this how do I feel secure in myself? I feel like that's what confidence is. It's like feeling 100% secure in yourself, in your abilities. And it is something that can be learned for sure. But I think it's a beautiful thing when you were raised that way.
oh yes.
I think that is incredible. I think that makes it a lot easier for sure.
Natural. When you have a role model who like you are able to learn and you're
Yep.
able to see it in play, so
Yes.
you know it works.
Yep.
Like that makes a night and day difference.
Absolutely.
And even then, you can go as far as like they may seem confident, but inside they're actually like
Not.
just there.
Yeah, 100%. Do you feel like you were always confident or you gained that after high school? Was you raised kind of in that kind of mindset, like your mom calling you beautiful, saying you can do anything you put your mind to, all that stuff? Or like was confidence learned later in life for you?
So my mom was more like, you are secure. Like you are who you are. You are like the things
Beautiful.
that make you you. Take that.
I love that.
So that's how I was raised.
That's awesome.
And so my confidence didn't really hit until after college, believe it or not.
Like it was always in there, but you didn't bring it out until after college.
Yes, because I wasn't really the like in your face kind of person.
Yeah.
I was just more like, oh, I lead by example. Like if someone sees me, they see me.
Yeah.
Cool. But like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Hey, I'm like everybody. I'm here. It's
For
like,
sure.
Oh, but that's the thing is people started noticing me even when I didn't have that.
That's
so
true.
the more that people told me that, the more I'm like, oh, so I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually translating.
Yes.
So the more that happened, the more I'm like, okay, like, and the more that I put myself in those uncomfortable situations that I would usually run away from, I realized it just skyrocketed because I'm like, what's the worst that happens?
Yeah.
Like my one saying I would say for the longest time is, but did I die?
But did you die though? I used to love saying that too because it's so real. It's like you didn't die, get over it.
Like my heart might feel like it is literally coming out of my chest. I might be like shaking a little bit, but
yeah,
I
sweating
didn't
everywhere.
die.
Yeah, you didn't die.
Like-
You made it through. You
And
still-
actually, that was all that happened.
Yeah,
Like,
I got through it. That was all that happened. I feel like a lot of times our brain makes things so much more dramatic than they actually are.
the brain is the hardest thing to conquer.
The brain is the hardest thing to conquer because it will give you all these different situations, all these different things that you think someone is going to say, and it literally never happens. And then you are basing your emotions and your reaction to something that's not even real. It's literally all in your head. So that mental conquering is, it's a beast.
That subconscious is.
Oof. It don't
And
feel
people
sub. It don't feel very
realize
sub.
all that, like the subconscious It could be something as small as you telling yourself, I am not a morning person.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I'm not nope, not doing that, not trying it. I don't like that, not a thing.
Yeah.
But if you just change that to, I love the mornings. It's so quiet. Like, I could go and do the thing and not have to worry about getting run over by a car during my run this morning.
Literally.
Like, just changing that mindset, because there was actually, was a book? I don't know. Honestly, I'll be learning so many different
I
ways.
love that.
I'll be losing track of where I actually hear
That's the best,
thing.
though.
But someone essentially was like, you choose your hard. It's hard to get out of bed.
It is.
But it's hard not to pay your bills.
Yes.
Like, so what's your hard gonna be today?
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna go and do the thing? Are you gonna show up to class so that you can go to this audition? Or are you gonna lay in bed and then just stay in the same place all year?
Yeah, and be mad at yourself for not making the audition, for not making it to class, and that's hard. That's hard. It's hard to be out of shape and overweight. But it's also hard going to the gym. So it's like you said, that is so true. I read that some book, I don't know what it was, but choose your heart.
It was somewhere.
It is choose your heart, because life is going to be hard no matter what. And as soon as you get that thought out of your head that life is supposed to be easy, butterflies and rainbows, then you will realize that what you think is hard isn't that hard. Because the other side of it is way harder. Way
that's
harder.
the first step to discipline. Once you realize everything's going to be hard, but what is the hard I am willing to live with?
Yes, and it's going to be hard, but your perspective on it can be beautiful. It can be light. It can be easy. Like waking up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I open my blinds, get the sunshine in, hear the birds chirping, look at your plants. Like, I feel like
really be chirping too.
they be chirping
I
in
was
the
out
morning.
there this morning. And I
They
was
be
like,
chirping.
Really
I'm like,
out here.
good morning. Hello. So like
Right?
finding the little things that give you joy is going to keep you consistent and make that hard not feel as hard. You know, it makes it a little more softer. It's like a soft heart. That's the thing.
Exactly. And you reward yourself.
Yes,
So like
you
the
reward
reward
yourself.
system, like I am a huge believer in psychology and the
Me too.
reward system.
I agree.
Like positive reinforcement,
Yep.
negative reinforcement.
Yep.
Like you have to essentially program yourself
Absolutely.
into a routine, into a discipline, like
Yep.
into certain goals that you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
Like you don't just wake up able to do the things. That's why
No.
it's a goal. Like you're
goal.
working towards it, and you have
Absolutely.
to build the discipline, and you have to build the habits and know where you're going.
Absolutely.
In order to even make it to that point.
You have to know where you're going. That's where it starts. I always say that you can't just be lollygagging. You need to know exactly where you're going, so then those goals and everything will align with that.
Especially visualization.
Yes, I like visualization.
Seeing it. Like Pinterest.
Oh my God, don't get me started.
Girl.
I love Pinterest. I already know the house that I want. I know the garage door. Visualization is everything. I read this book called Neuroplasticity. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
So it's this doctor, and he talks about how you can rewire your brain, and he talks about mind movies. He says every night before you go to bed, lay down, turn off your phone, sit in darkness or however you sleep, and do mind movies. And you play through everything that you want your life to be. Visualize the car you're gonna drive, how you're gonna pull up to your driveway, how you wake up in the morning, how you're opening the blinds, what your broom looks like, what your house looks like. Visualize like it's a movie. And he says do that every single night, and that will help you, because our brains are so powerful. If we tell it to think a certain way, it's gonna give that to us.
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction. I love the law of attraction. So once I read that book, I was like, you should read that. Neuroplasticity.
It's about to go on the list.
Girl, neuroplasticity. It was my favorite book. When I saw the Mind movie, I was like, this is a whole nother level, because you are taking time to actually sit down and visualize like how you want your life to be. Like everything from sitting in the car, from your lap, like everything. And it was like amazing. So
Dude,
I love visualization.
It is so, because I realized once I was able to actually be able to see my future,
Yeah.
everything became easier.
Everything became
Like,
easier.
because I'm in a coaching program, a life coaching program.
Beautiful. That's amazing.
Because with everything that I've been through, I'm like, I know I could have had a different like path if I had someone who had an experience like me. So that's why I got into the life coaching program.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But one of the exercises is a day in your dream life, where essentially you first write down everything like you were explaining.
Yeah.
The car you drive, like if you could do anything for one day, whether it's working, whether it's going on a trip, whether it's just staying home, like what does your dream life look like? What are you wearing? What are you eating? What does it smell like?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to bed? How are you waking up? Who are you with? So like getting all that stuff in like mind, so you're able to realize like, oh, So this person doesn't work a 9 to 5. Maybe I should find out what I want to do if I don't want to work the 9 to 5 I'm working right now. So like it helps you figure out like
Absolutely.
who is this person?
Yeah.
Because this person doesn't work this job.
No.
Or this person doesn't live in this city.
No.
So how do I get to that next
Yeah.
step? Because now I'm able to visualize it and see, and now I feel how that person is feeling.
Absolutely. And that it's like putting yourself in your future self.
Exactly. So you're literally seeing your future and you're just like, oh, how do I get to that future?
Yep. And your brain, you're going to naturally get there because you're thinking about it all the time, that the
Exactly.
world around you is going to start giving you the things that you want to become that future self. And it's just beautiful. Visualization is the key. I feel like visualization is a big key to discipline, goals, success, all of that stuff. Amazing. I love that you're into that. I figured you would be. I figured you would be.
You know.
Of course. What's something you've had to unlearn in order to become the woman you are today?
I kind of already talked about it, but not taking care of everybody else first.
So you have to unlearn that.
And it's still something I'm unlearning, because even now I'll take care of the dog first. Like I'll take care of everybody else first.
Get rid of the
because,
dog. I'm just
like,
kidding. I'm kidding.
I was like, my child, my four-legged child.
No,
Never.
I'm kidding.
But it's just like I have to remember and remind myself, like I am, because Pinterest gets me
love
every
it.
time.
Me too, girl.
Because it literally said you are your own biggest project.
You are the only project, the main project.
You are the biggest investment you will ever have.
Period.
And I'm like, so if I can invest in everybody else, but why am I not investing in myself? Because I am the one who's going to be able to continue to put and pour into other people's cups.
Absolutely.
So investing in myself and making sure that like I am the woman I want to be, and I'm very confident and secure with who I am, what I want, what I'm able to do, because boundaries is another thing.
Boundaries is a thing. That
It's
is
a
how you have to unlearn.
hard one.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one. It is a hard one, but you feel so good after you said it. Like the initial thought of like, oh my God, how are they gonna take this? Like that's scary. But then once you do it, and I've realized that once you set those boundaries, most people understand it. Unless they are, I don't know, emotionally unstable, toxic, all these, there are people that will never get that. But I feel like most adults will understand the boundary that you set if you say it in a respectful, understanding way, obviously. But I used to really be like, oh my God, my friends aren't gonna like me anymore, blah, 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 all these things. And it never was like that. In fact, I think people respect you more when you set boundaries. I think that they see you and take you more seriously when you set boundaries. And unlearning that, especially as a woman, I feel like like you said, we are always like, oh, let me help you, let me do this, let me do this. So those boundaries are hard. And like when you started setting those boundaries, how was the response? And did it feel good? Did you hate it? I know you're still working through it, but like, what was that? What was that like?
Oh, it was no. Like you said, the journey to the top. Sometimes you gotta take it alone.
Yep. Sometimes you gotta take it alone. You gotta get rid of some dead weight.
Yeah, when you let people do things for so long, and that's now the new normal.
Yep.
They don't take that well.
No, they
don't.
don't.
They don't believe that you actually are this new person, because
No.
you're like, oh, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
Oh, this has already happened. Or,
Yeah.
oh, like. But the thing is, people fail.
Yeah.
People make mistakes. People get off track. But as long as you get back on track and you're like, no, this is really what I want. This is really who I am. Then the background noise doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
Because like, oh no, this is it. But the other people may not learn that lesson.
No.
And that's not on you to teach them.
That's not on you to
Like,
teach them at all.
They learn it or they don't. You will be there.
You will be there. What is one boundary that you had to set recently with friends, family, whoever you feel comfortable talking about? But what boundary did you have to set?
I am not doing the thing. I literally have to start saying, no, I do not have time.
No, I can't do
I
it.
do not have time. I do not have the energy. And sometimes I do not have the patience.
Yeah, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I've had to do that too. I've had to tell friends, like, I'm so sorry. I know I made a commitment to do this, but today I'm feeling exhausted and I need a day to myself. And it's beautiful, the support that you get from your real friends. I'm not talking associates, people that you just met. I mean like your real friends. They don't take it to heart. They really see you, they know you, and they understand that you are busy. They understand what you're doing, they understand your goals, and they're nice about it for the most part. How was your responses?
Well, it's funny you say that because I literally just had this happen. I was supposed to have a photo shoot with a friend.
Oh my gosh.
And the day it was supposed to happen, I was like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm
Yeah.
like, I am not feeling okay.
Yeah.
Because it was like my first day that I finally just had to like, well, it was not supposed to be because I was supposed to have that photo shoot.
Yeah.
But my body by that time, I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't feel good. Like, I'm just tired because I had been on the go for I think like 10 days.
Yeah.
Like I was just like boom, 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 boom. I
Right.
was waking up early. I wasn't sleeping as much. Like I wasn't eating as much. So it literally just all came to, and I told him, I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, because this was also the second time I did this.
Oh, no.
So I felt even worse because I'm
yeah.
like, I know I just did this to you like a couple days ago,
I
but I'm
know.
like, I am so sorry. And he's like, honestly, I get it. He's like, I know you're really busy. He's like, I see that you're really busy.
See?
I know what you're doing. And
Yeah.
he's like, I've been in that space. He's like, I'm just happy that like you're able to go and do the things.
See, that's beautiful. People understand. Most people understand. That is what is the point. That's the point of communication, open communication, and being honest. Most people understand, and we think that they don't.
And if
sometimes.
they don't, then
Good
you're
riddance.
probably better without.
You're probably better without them. Bye. I'll see you never.
They
That's
can
fine.
go learn the lesson, and then they can come back if they want.
If
not, it's fine.
The door may not be open though.
That's
The door
a
may not
valid
be
point.
open.
So valid.
So you may not be able to come back. So, okay, we're on our last two questions. If someone listening feels stuck, overwhelmed, or disconnected from the person they want to become, where should they start?
The first thing I would say is get away and find a room, a place, a hotel room, wherever it is, and just be by yourself. Do whatever you want. Watch Disney movies. Get back to what made you happy. Like, think about the person you want to be. Think about what you wanted as a child. Because believe it or not, what we wanted to do as kids, the adult version of us probably wants to do some form of it.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree.
I wanted to be a teacher just because I came from a family of teachers.
Yeah.
And my grandma was like, you are not going to be a teacher. She's like, you promised me that you are not going to be a teacher.
How funny.
So I promised her I wouldn't be a teacher.
Yeah.
But as I told you, I'm in a coaching program. So
Right.
I literally just kind of found a way to not be that traditional classroom teacher.
Yep.
But I knew I always wanted to be a mentor and like a coach and other things, like whether that was dance, whether that's mindset. Like now I have more experience in business. So I knew I wanted to teach somehow.
Yeah.
But I just was like, but how? So it's like you just have to get back to what you really wanted, like as a kid.
Yeah, really sit and think about like the things you enjoyed when you were younger, and figure out a way to do that in your life and put a price tag on it or not. Like that could just be a hobby that will make you feel more just happier in life when you find a hobby that you enjoy doing that maybe doesn't make you money, but if it can make you money, even better.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, your hobby will make you money
Absolutely.
if you just do it right.
If you just do it right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I 100% agree. Imagine a woman is listening right now and she's waiting until she feels more confident, more ready, or more qualified before she starts chasing her goals. What would you want to tell her?
Don't do it.
Don't wait. Yes.
Don't wait, because
Just do
that's
it.
when overthinking comes in.
Yes, yes.
And overthinking, like we said, the mind is a hard one to conquer.
Yep.
So once you start overthinking, you're going to think it's so much worse than it really is.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, you probably won't even do it.
Yeah, you won't do it. And that's the issue. You are waiting for things to feel right, for the weather to be right, for you to lose X amount of pounds, for whatever to happen. And it's not like that. It's never going to feel right. You're never going to feel ready. You just got to take the leap and do it, especially if you have some momentum. I watched this podcast with Cardi B. Do you know who, what is her name? Emma Grede?
No.
Okay, so she was the co-founder of Skims and Good American with Khloe Kardashian and Kim, and she's just so incredible. She's this African-American woman from England, and she has this really incredible podcast, and she had Cardi B on it. And Cardi B was talking about momentum, and she was like, once you have that momentum, you have to go after it. And she was talking about in her career after she started dancing and how she was paying for all of her video shoots, paying for everything herself. She's like, I had momentum. If I would have stopped, I would not be Cardi B. And she was talking about if you feel that momentum and you feel that energy and all the world is literally telling you, you should be doing this and it's giving you these experiences, people are buying your products, whatever it is, write that out and go for it because you're not, that is ready. There's no feeling of being ready. And riding that momentum, I think people really need to learn how to do is once you feel it, just do it and everything's going to fall into place. But I think it does start with confidence, of course.
And of course, the window of opportunity will not be there forever.
It will not be there forever. If that window is open, climb through the freaking window.
It can close tomorrow.
It can close in an hour, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes. Like, it's not a game, especially in this very, very fast-paced world that we live in right now with AI, social media. Like, they've already sent 20 other emails to someone else. If you're not replying to that email by end of day, you missed the opportunity. Sorry, babes. Maybe next year. That's
like,
what it
I
is.
was not ready to audition for the Knights, but yet I made it.
Yep.
Like, that was actually the first year I auditioned.
Yeah.
So
You just went in there blindly.
I had auditioned with women who had auditioned for that same team 3 or 4 times. So I'm like, if I would have waited, who knows if I ever would have had my season with the Knights.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
I feel like sometimes going into things blindly is the best because you don't know. Because when you know so much information, you start picking apart things. But the
There's
less
no
you know
expectations.
sometimes, yes, and there's no expectations. But sometimes the less you know, you kind of just go into it and you don't know what's going to happen. And that's the best. That sounds like that's what happened with the Vegas Golden Knights. Like, you didn't know what was going to come of it, but you're like, I'm going to listen to this lady. I'll just do it. And I feel like that's the best. That's the best way to do it. That is the absolute best way to do it. This was such a good conversation. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. This was so fun. I'm excited to learn more about your coaching business that you're in the process of learning how to do coaching, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Is dance done? Or it's just on a little hiatus right now?
That's my struggle.
Okay. That's okay.
I've thought about shifting focus from sports to more like heels and like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But I'm not sure because a part
Okay.
of me will forever love
You'll forever be a
sports.
dancer
Like,
in that industry.
I will forever love sports entertainment just because that was something that was there for me in my hardest times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so I know that's something that just always will fill my cup.
Yeah.
And a part of it's just hard to let go.
Of course. I understand that. I understand that.
And plus, I'm like, I'm still able to move. I don't have kids yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Run
why
it.
not do it now
Do it
before I
now.
actually have my family? And I really just locked into that.
Yep, do it now. Do it now. Now's the time. So I love that. Okay, so coaching and possibly dance. We will stay updated
I was
with
like,
what's
we'll
going
find
on.
out,
Yes.
'cause I don't even know myself.
That's okay. That's okay. We will stay updated with Kira. And I'll put her Instagram handle in the bio and you'll know where to find her because I'll tag her and everything. And as always, take care of yourself. Thank you for being here. Love on yourself. Show yourself some grace. And we're signing out. We'll see you later. Bye.